We're only 5 minutes behind schedule. That's not bad. We'll catch up. We got 5 minutes. We got a whole like 15 weeks that we can catch up, right? 5 minutes. We'll do it. But we're on, and I'll bring us to like the main, like my main website for like office hours and getting to course resources. So let's do that, and then we'll say like, what the heck are we doing here? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Toggle off. Toggle. Whatever. There we go. Okay, so I'm Professor Cooper, and this is computational mechanics. Yes? All right, that's also confirming. Am I in the right place? This is the. I don't like this classroom. Like, because I want everybody to like meet each other and talk to each other, but it's so hard when you're either looking down at the top of someone's head or awkwardly turning around to stare at people. So I guess left and right is the main way to talk to each other. Okay. Anyway, so that's me, Professor Ryan Cooper. Calendly is a way to schedule office hours. So usually it's like half-hour blocks, and if there's not question, usually class time is the best time to ask questions. And I'll get my steps working. I'll like put on Strava and see how many feet I can climb throughout the class time. But if there's anything like besides class, or things like how does this class connect to my career? What can I do with this work? Or even bigger questions about like, what do I do as a mechanical engineer? Why am I learning this? Maybe those are good things to ask in class too. But you could always schedule an appointment there. Right now, we're watching a YouTube lecture of what's happening now. So I stream each of the classes. It really helps to be in class so that you can actually ask questions. The streams are there, like especially, it really helps for like coding examples in this computational mechanics. So you can kind of rewind and say like, where did this, what was that variable? Why did he define that variable like 3 different times? And kind of rewind and go step by step through it. And then even like handwritten, if I like start writing stuff on the screen, sometimes it's nice to rewind and then go back. So I suggest you come to lectures, but it's your class. Like you can do with it as you want. And right now, Husky CT, so I have homework this week. I'll set up our schedule for the entire semester. So by Friday, you'll know like when every homework and every project is due for the rest of the semester. But right now, there's just nothing. Your goal was to show up. You did it. Excellent work. Day 1, that's 90% of life is just showing up. If you can do that, you'll figure out the other 10%. So we did it. We're here. We're figuring everything else out. So we're not in dynamics. We're down here in computational mechanics. This is a course that's flipped classroom, and I've explained, and I recognize a lot of people from previous classes where I've explained flipped classrooms, and then they're like, we know what that is. So I won't explain it, but if you do have questions, you can always ask about them. So it's a flipped classroom. We have 4 required modules and then 1 like bonus module. So module 5 is just extra credit, whatever points you can get for homeworks 1 through 4 and projects 1 through 4. You can get that many points for homework 5, project 5. And then on top of that, every assignment you can resubmit. You can do some work. If you like run into problems, you can just put in questions instead of an answer. Just ask some questions, and then the TAs will one TA will try to answer that question to try to get you back on track. So you can resubmit as many times as you want. So I offer as many times, and usually most people by the second or third time, they're kind of like, it's good enough. I'm like, it is good. Sometimes you just have to say, like, it's good enough. We can move on, and that's totally fine. But other people are like 100 or nothing. Like, I need it to be 100s across the board, and that's what this is for. It's like, yes, you can do that. You can max out, get 100% on everything. So that's some quick overviews. I don't want to usually I spend too much time just talking. So it's been about 6 minutes now. So I want to ask you a question. Well, ask a neighbor a question. What is this class? Why are we here? What are we going to do in computational mechanics? Just like, you didn't have to do any reading. Your goal was to show up and just ballpark ideas. What do you think? Check with a neighbor. All right. So these were kind of some keywords that I heard like briefly. I didn't hear everybody because this is a nice like echo chamber in like the literal sense, not the echo chamber of like, I don't know, forums that are like expounding political rhetoric. What happened? Math. There we go. So I heard like coding, math, problem solving. And what other topics came up? Is there anything else? Yeah. Project-based. Project-based, working on projects. Okay. Yeah, let's do projects. Yeah.
It's a requirement for mechanical engineering.
It is a requirement, yeah. But why would it be required? That's always the. There was this professor telling me about how they would go to like these biology and evolutionary biology conferences, and every year people would come to protest like a scientific conference, which is a weird place to protest. It's like, dude, we're just like underpaid researchers. Like we're just trying to do our job here. But they would protest. So someone's like, God did it. And this person was giving a presentation, and they're like, yeah, but how? Why did he do it? How did he do it? And they're like, it's like, well, that's the purpose of evolution. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So that's the question here. Why? How does this help? Why is it even important for a mechanical engineer? But it is a good question. Like, well, it is required. Is it required because someone just forgot that it's required, or is it actually helpful?
I think sometimes there's problems that are just not worth solving by hand.
Okay.
It's too complicated, too many variables, things shift at the same time. When you change one thing, it changes another. Using a computer model to analyze that data can allow it to run thousands of different options in the background.
Okay.
To solve the problem.
All right. So, like iterating. Man, I'm having a lot of like technical difficulties this morning. Come on, give me my pen back. All right. Oof, it's just frozen. Not a good. That's weird. Okay, anyway, so maybe like iterating things. So let's get back to our website. Oh, it won't even let me move? That's not good. Oh, that's all right. It won't let me click on anything. Oh man, it's been a long morning. I've been like up futzing with my laptop, like it was all black screen. I couldn't use it this morning. So what do we want to do? What do I want to do? I need some way all right, we're gonna have to go. Sorry if anyone's trying to come back to. So we're gonna lose part of the stream because I'm just having some trouble here. So if we think about like what are like problem solving methods that a computer can do, like one idea was sort of like things get complicated quickly. Like you not only do you want to factor in like force of tension and this and that, but like let's start considering all the variables that affect friction and drag. There's cross-sectional area, there's coefficient of drag, there's density of the air, like all these different things. So maybe we want to just like, it's not that sometimes the math might be hard to actually solve. There might not be a tractable solution where like x of t is something. Maybe we just need a whole bunch of numbers and like what happens over time. Then we lost all of our great work. OneNote is so slow. There we go. All right, so we got coding, hard, can't even spell today. All right, so after all those technical difficulties, was there anything else? Problem solving projects? Okay, so then so that's kind of the basis of what we're doing. Like we're gonna take some of the problems that we're looking at, you can just solve by hand. But the benefit here is that if you can solve it on a computer once, you could plug in 100 different variables and then visualize those results. And that was one thing that came up that I forgot to write down, was actually like visualizing what happened, like make a graph out of it, make a like topological thing, or not topography, make topography, like look at two different variables and see what happens as you change them. So we'll use Python for that. Python, people love it. There's only one option. You can love it or you don't know what it is. You either love it or you haven't used it yet. So some expectations. How many people have been using like ChatGPT? Copilot is now like the Yukon kind of approved AI. Like what's the AI usage? Yeah, a little
bit of everything.
Little everything. Yeah.
You can compare what it tells you.
Yeah, exactly. Like even just generate the same response a few times, see what happens. Yeah.
It's good for swapping languages for code.
Yeah, like transcribing of like, all right, here's MATLAB code, it does what I want, give it to me in Java, or HTML, like turn this into an HTML website. That one's really, HTML is great with that. Although the formatting really sucks, like HTML is tough to format in general, so then if you say like, AI, make an HTML website, it's just 1,000 lines of HTML with no organization at all. It works. It does give you a website, but oh boy. Okay, so we've used AI. What's your like the ethics of using AI? What do you think? Like if you ask AI to do something for you, and it gives you an answer, the answer works. Is that your answer? Let's do a concrete example. Do you know what the FizzBuzz coding question is? Or has anyone been asked like an interview question, like either coding or anything else? What's like the latest interview question that you got from internships? Like a hard like riddle kind of question. Like how many golf balls can you fit on a 747? Have you heard that one? Yeah.
When I got interviewed, they asked me how I would like measure the volume of the pencil I got right now. Or measure the mass of the volume. There was no Archimedes principle.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were asking like how I would figure out how to do that.
So like how do you find, do you want mass or volume?
I forgot which one it was. I forgot which
Something?
one they asked for. It was one of the others. I think they're asking for mass.
Oh my God, so many duo factor. This is driving me insane. Now other people use it, but it's just gonna ask me to log in again. Go to Copilot. I use Copilot because it's not necessarily like the best AI, but we have like unlimited access to it, so we can ask it a whole bunch of questions and stuff. All right, so I need you to act as an entry level engineer and answer this whoops. What is the mass of a, did they give you information?
No, I think, I'm trying to remember what the question was. I might be completely lying to you right now.
That's all right.
I forgot what the, because they had something to do with like the fact that the density of the water was or something like that.
Oh, 1. All right. And this is just a quick AI like introduction, which I'm probably describing to you like things you already know. Big thing for AI is give it a role and a very specific task. Like the more specific you are, better things are going to go for you. So the role helps it kind of decide like where it's going to pull information from. Even better if you give it information, like here's the PDF document that I'm working from, or here's the website. Like and we'll have a learning coach for the semester. Learning coach. It's an AI agent to just like look at the website and ask you questions about it. Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. So mass of the pencil doesn't change in water. All right, that's good. Mass. Yeah.
I might have asked for the volume. Wait, do you want to ask it for the volume and see if it talks about what I said?
Oh, it did give us 10 grand. Wait.
Not this one, the other.
It's a hypothetical, so we don't have random for it.
Just hypothetical. Use a scale. Yeah, that would work. That would certainly work. Yeah. Okay, but let's say you're not gonna fact check this. It's just like, this is my answer. Is this my answer?
I don't want credit for it.
You don't want credit for it. That's one thing. Is that you don't want credit for it. What do we think? Can I just take this and even if I think that it's wrong, can I just like copy paste it and just say that I own it? No? You're shaking your head no. But why not? Why can't I use?
We could, it's just not the right thing to do, I think.
Not the right thing to do? Okay, so it feels like greasy. Just something's off with it. And I mean, we could keep doing.
I think sometimes it depends on it. Can you understand its answer? Can you challenge it? Can you
Okay.
engage with it? And then if you agree with it, well, truth isn't going to change whether it came out of an AI or from you, but you can put it in your own words and actually engage with the answer.
Okay,
the
so
answer's not changing whether AI does it or I did it.
okay.
At which point nobody really owns that answer. It's just about you own the representation of that answer.
Okay. Yeah. So if it's something that you feel you understand, and then you can kind of rewrite it in your own way, then that's okay. All right. So then let's do. Okay, so now I'm gonna give it like an option of like, okay, I need you to say hello, whatever, hello Ryan, and then also count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would you do for this? If you're all ready, Python or like computer. I'm asking you to reach way back to freshman year, to that time when you sat in the computer science department and they're like, these are the ideas of the computer science world. Yeah.
You'd probably want to set a variable name.
Okay.
So you can have that. You have print hello plus name, and then you add a simple loop from
And then-
I equals 1 to 5, print I.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so maybe a for loop in there, maybe some kind of variable. So let's see what we get. And sure enough, there's some like username variable, then there's some for loop, and that's funny. I would have said hello Ryan rather than Ryan, hello. Okay, but I don't know. I'm not an AI, or am I? Could I just what about this code? Could I just take this code, paste it in?
I'm not sure what the ethics of this is, but
Okay.
I think of this as like a tool, the same way I think of a calculator.
Okay.
And so like my TI-84 has many functions in it, say like a PDF or a CDF function for
Yeah.
a normal curve, distribution curve.
Yeah.
If I know how the normal distribution curve works, I could take the integral or I could plug it in my TI-84.
Yep.
And so I think of this as a tool. Like if I know how to do it and I need to save time, I'm going to use that to save some time and make it correct.
Okay.
But if it's my work, it's like I'm proud of it and like it makes sense, it's correct.
Yeah.
It's my
I mean, and that's what we saw in that first example is like, you definitely need to critique it because here it seems like it's going to work. Definitely at least run it to see is it giving you what kind of output you want. So that's at least step one. It's like, do a little bit of fact checking. Where is this stuff coming from? Yeah.
I think if you can do something, you should just do it yourself because AI uses an extreme amount of environmental resources and also
Yeah.
like scans a lot of people's information and compiles data that has not been consented to be used for this.
Yeah.
And I think that the consistent use of AI is inherently unethical because of that. Like we are seeing cases within
Yeah.
the like southern and southwest US, like cities don't have water anymore because the AI centers are using it all. And
Yeah.
like
I mean,
water
this
being
is a
polluted and
whole,
resources.
like, there's the ethics of using AI like as your own, which is kind of like an intellectual property debate. But you're right, there's a whole nother side of when we asked it to create a for loop for us, how much energy did we just use? And who is it didn't give us any authors saying like, here's some initial sources of like where we got this information. It's very much just like stealing all this, and it's been trained on millions or trillions of like texts that real people took a lot of time to write and edit and make sure it was right, and now it's just sort of like a quick whoop, just spits it out. Like, don't look behind the curtain, it's fine, like everything's fine. So there's a whole nother side of AI ethics that is the debate of like, should we even be supporting this industry of like, yeah, hiring people at crazy low wages to disseminate information, like what am I thinking of? They were like paying people crazy low wages, but forcing them to look at images that were shocking and things that can like give you nightmares, to try to filter all that out so that the AI users here in America would not be like shocked by whatever inflammatory and poor image and word usage. Yeah, so that's a whole nother set of problems with AI, but here we are. It is a tool. And some people do make that the claim, like it's like a calculator. Calculator, you don't need to give credit. You don't need to, but sometimes you should give credit to the calculator. And best practice is, even for something like a CDF, or even like the value of pi, depending on what calculator you use, it's always different value, depending on how many floating point values you had and all of that. Even different versions of Python will have different values of pi. They're off by 10 to the negative 17 sometimes, but it is different. So it is better to like state where your resources are coming from. So yeah.
I don't copy code from AI. I feel like that's plagiarism, even if it's not like from one source. Like somebody wrote all this code, it's like it's definitely just stole these lines from a bunch of different people's codes.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like an enhanced search engine, or like if I'm using a new language, like I know this function exists. I don't know what it's called or what the arguments are. I could go through like 20 Stack Exchange pages and like try and find people that have used it.
Yep.
Or AI will be like, this is what it's called, these are the arguments, here's an example, and I could like
Yeah.
use that to like write the code myself. But, like, I don't
Yeah, like in this case, it's giving us syntax for like, how do I define a variable? It's giving us syntax for how do I create a loop that goes from 1 to a given number. And here, kind of the weird thing about Python is that zero-based indexing. So when you ask for range 1 to 6, it's up to but not including. So there's a couple of like little things that we can get out of this, even if we don't use like that code itself. Yeah.
So the way I see it is kind of like, all right, if you were before AI kind of go into Google and just look something up for the information and then use that information, is that not you stealing that information? Or is AI just doing it for you now? Like, weren't you already doing that before? And you look stuff up even in books in the library. Open up a book and go for it.
Yeah, so a book.
Is that not stealing information?
Book, you should definitely, like if you took an excerpt from a book or took a if you have a book on Python and you take a function from it, there should be a reference that says this is from this textbook, this year, this publisher. And that's the thing that we lose with AI, is that there is no like common reference, because so many different things are sort of like creating, really it's just like connecting dots. Like,
can you ask it to give you a reference or like that?
You can, but it'll do whatever you tell it to, because it's supposed to be, and again, back to like, should we be supporting this AI? It is specifically designed to engage users and keep them engaged with this program. So it's going to do whatever you tell it to, and you can keep pushing it, but it's just going to try to create answers that get you to ask more questions. Yeah.
It also hallucinates. So it will just make stuff up. It will make up sources that do not exist. It will
That one, yeah, so
completely
hallucination is
unknown.
one problem. Like, it'll make up things. And then even when it doesn't, sometimes it'll, like here,
It's meant for
give me
they're
a,
research-based AI.
So this like print hello user is something that has probably come up in hundreds of textbooks and hundreds of like online things. So if I ask it for a reference, it's gonna give me a few different things, but no, it's just that it thinks that it might be there. I say think is a bad word for it. It's creating connections. It's like saying like, all right, probably somewhere in here it says something like this, but you would have to go check that reference and see, does it actually exist? Okay, so here is still have time. I'm just gonna skip over. It's like all right, let's just find it. Have you seen this monkey before? Have you seen this picture? Yes, some. This set the standard for at least like US copyright intellectual property, is that someone was taking pictures of monkeys, and then a monkey took his camera and took a picture of himself. And so this person was like, okay, awesome, this is a great picture, it's silly, it's got a great story behind it, and I'm a photographer, so this is the moneymaker. I'm gonna sell this picture and like license it, and it'll be my intellectual property. But it went up to Congress, who did it go to? US federal court. So it went to federal court, and federal court decided, no, you can't own it because the monkey is the one who took the picture. And it seems ridiculous, right? It's like, it's my camera. The monkey couldn't have taken that picture without me there, but like, why can't I own this picture? And so it's free media. It's licensed under Creative Commons because the monkey should get credit for it, but the monkey can't get credit for it. That was the problem. It was an intellectual contributor to this process, but it wasn't part of it. The same thing happens with AI in the US. In other regions, it's like everything's like a toss-up. So in the US, if you use prompt engineering, so you have your camera, you're going into the forest, you're taking pictures, and then now you'd say like, okay, AI, take a picture. Like you're all the prompt engineering, you set the role, you set the task, you analyzed it. If you copy paste, it's not yours. It is just, you cannot claim that it's yours in any way. That doesn't mean that you can't use AI for intellectual property. It means that you can't copy paste and claim that it's your own work. So if you're like writing code, writing a textbook, creating a website, everything you create is a Creative Commons. Like it's not your own work. Again, it's not that you can't use it, it's just, it's not yours. Kind of weird, right? And again, this is US. If you go somewhere else, it might be different, but yeah, thanks Naruto. You set the standard for AI use. So if, coming back to our like Copilot example, if I want to use this, I can take this code, copy it, edit it, check how I want to do it, maybe maybe change it a little bit, and maybe it's just a piece of what I'm trying to do. Maybe I also want to have like a whole bunch of other things happening. I can claim that I own like the organization of the code, even if all the code is written by AI. Like if I have 5 different functions that are all plugged into one script, and that script does what I want it to, maybe each function was written by AI, and I edited them and got them to work together. That's a totally, like, I can't own the functions themselves, but I can own the process that I created in that way. Kind of weird. But I think of it as like a quilt, of like, if I made a quilt with a whole bunch of pictures of this monkey with like little other images that I had gotten off the website, I can sell that quilt and say that it is mine, but I can't say that the pictures, it's like, well, all these pictures are creative licensed pictures, something like that. And I would have to give credit to wherever I got the pictures. And in this case, it's a Creative Commons, so you just have to credit that. Cool. But anyway, yeah, with AI, everything gets murky about like copy pasting. Main thing is copy paste improve. If you're doing that, things are better. Oh, we're not online, we're in person. Cool, that's a good start for today. Then Wednesday, start looking at some other stuff.
You said there was a homework for this week. Which time is that due, you know?
Oh, it'll all the homework will be online this week. Nothing's due this week.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, you too.
Yeah.